I popped back to camp because I wanted to get Shadowheart into the temple.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Wyrm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home.
Well, it's better than hating the place without remembering why.
I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Yes. Well, I would like you to join me so that we can go visit the temple.
All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
And my cat is bothering me a great deal. And also, why don't you remember that I want you to hide her helmet? Okay, I have to deal with my cat before I do anything else. Alright, look Shadowheart, it's Selune. It's your new goddess.
Selune.
You feel the chill gaze of the Moon Maiden upon you. Selune welcomes you.
Read that which is inscribed upon the altar.
An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selune. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright." As a moon-bathed cleric, this is your moment to bask in her lunar light and imbue your spirit with her majesty and grace.
Well, what sort of offering should we make? I don't want to offer anything. Can I just offer some gold? Is gold an option? How about a polished ring?
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Oh, fine. I never have enough gold anyway.
Looking ahead.
Okay, well, I guess that's enough of that then. Enough with the clerics.
One day I'll catch a break.
Well, what's going on down here?
I wouldn't mind doing a little shopping in the city.
Oh, they're talking.
Same. I think I may have overdone it with the black and purple for, my entire life. Your look serves you well, though.
I'm 10 years behind. Don't want the youths to think I'm not, up with the times.
They always talk when I move the camera away. It's like all the time. Every time I move the camera away to move forward so I can start going somewhere, they start talking to each other and I always miss the first thing they say. Why? I don't understand why they don't notice these things when they're developing the game. It's like it happens every single time. How do people not be annoyed that they always miss the beginning of every conversation?
The Steel Watchers are doing most of the good here, really. I'd love a gander at those schematics.
I'd like to know how to repair Karlach.
Lord Gortash is exactly what Baldur's Gate needs. I dread to think where we'd be without the Steel Watch.
You all seem to be dressed in blue.
Gortash is the light bringer. Gortash will burn the Absolute to smoke and ashes.
Oh, really?
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Don't tell our writers that. Their egos are big enough as it is.
How do you have that head, and yet your hands look quite normal?
Lightbringer Gortash will show us the way.
What's happening? There's a note on the tree, an execution notice.
Floric, former advisor to Duke Ravengard, has been found guilty of treacherous and seditious activity against the people of Baldur's Gate. She will be executed 5 days hence.
Oh no. Counselor Floric? We learned of Counselor Floric's impending execution, but not her exact location. If we want her help, we should find where she's being kept. Was she the one way back at the Burning Inn? And the first map? The one that told us about? Baldur's Mouth. It's an actual mouth. This is where the Gazette is.
The truth is the truth.
Boy, I got my eye on you. You got the look of a troublemaker.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Let's see.
Baldur's Mouth.
I need a quick word.
I just packed the papers. If you've got a complaint, editor's inside.
Like, everybody says something, but they only have one line
What do
each.
I think of Lord Gortash's still watch?
156, 157, 15... Oh, sorry, can't chat. 15... Shit! Where was I up to?
I believe you, got to 158.
Oh, thank Corellon. You're a lifesaver. 158, 159...
What are you counting exactly? I guess they're counting papers.
Watch yourself in there. Sarky bastards, these right attacks.
Sure. Well, I guess we're going in. Because it's another place to explore. And apparently there's no more fighting in this game. It's all talking to NPCs from now on.
Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop there. Only Ettvard's allowed to use the basement elevator.
Oh, who's Ettvard?
Hey, cut it out, will you? I've got deliveries to manage.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing here. Oh, there's steel watch here in the Baldur's Gate. Oh, I see. The paper's been taken over by the enemy. No wonder it's a propaganda outlet. That's the first thing the enemies always do, is take over the information distribution.
Don't know about you, but them big metal bastards really put me off my flow.
There's quite a lot of them, I see.
Damn it, damn it, damn it! Still missing one link. Oi, shove off. Don't be peeking at my scoop.
Hang on, wait, stay there. You reminded me of that word I was looking for, corpusculent. That's it. As you were.
How dare you call me corpusculent? I am Tavi the Bongo Bard. I have nothing I am magnificent, I am not corpusculent.
Hang on! You're not allowed down in the basement. Only Master Needle is permitted access to the printworks.
Oh, that would be Ettvard Needle, I suppose.
Well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story.
Yeah, I heard all about your article, and oh no, I don't want to shut you down. I have more than stories, ballads, prose, even a haiku or two if you can spare the ink. I have songs, I have stories, tales to turn the... whatever.
We have plenty of ink. Enough to cover all your misadventures in this good city. Not many enter our fine city and immediately start meddling in murder investigations. Curious, don't you think? The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over.
Well, that doesn't sound right at all. Who told you all this nonsense?
I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. Besides, you're too late. The headlines are loaded into the printworks already. Tomorrow, you will feel the power of free speech. Vox populi, vox dei. Now, guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
How did you learn Latin in Baldur's Gate? All right, I'm going. Well, that's a problem.
How can I help?
How do we get into this place? Let's go around the side, see if we can sneak into the basement some other way. Earthquake! Earthquake! Elder brain quake!
The hostel's up that way. You won't find better around here, unless you can pay for it.
Do you know how to sneak into the paper?
I bet that hostel lady wouldn't make you clean the dishes.
What were you playing at running away?
Does seem like there should be a side entrance here.
Do you think we're just gonna sit here and wait for you and your hog friends to come back and arrest us?
Look,
come on, camera.
Do my job, all right?
What's going on here?
If this lot have got a problem with the Gazette, they should take it up with the editor, not make a scene in the streets.
I have a problem with the editor too.
Baldur's Gate's never going to be safe with the Absolute out there. Why would the Gazette lie to an entire city?
Help with the dishes.
No point reading the Gazette. You might as well be reading the walls of a tavern privy.
Yeah, I hear they're about to print lies about me.
We just don't care. Besides, I don't...
The paper says we're safe here, but we're not. We may as well be outside the walls with the Absolute.
I think you're right about that.
If by... Kinda terrifying that the likes of Lord Gortash can just decide what's true or not. Despicable.
What do we do about it, though? How do we get in there and disrupt their paper? Oh, there's a defeated Steel Watcher here. What's happened to this one?
A broken Steel Watcher? A A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
Uh-huh. But how? How? We learned that the Steel Watchers are being assembled in the Steel Watch Foundry down by the lower city docks. We already knew that. We met a journalist who told us we're set to star in the next edition. Yes, we know that. Oh, wait a second. We made it to Wyrm's Rock Fortress and were invited to Gortash's inauguration upstairs? Wait. Nobody told me.
Why, yes, Ettvard. Can I call you Ettvard? Well, Ettvard, I do support Lord Gortash's campaign. For several reasons.
What do you... Nobody told me that the inauguration was upstairs. I thought it was, like, further in the city somewhere. It never even occurred to me to try to enter any of the doors. I think we probably should have gone to that.
Flaming fist property will be dealt with swiftly and harsh.
Another example of how the path forward in this game is not terribly obvious. And I guess I need to go back to Wyrm's Crossing now.
And, if necessary, more...
Long loading screen.
Moving ahead.
Where is this inauguration I keep hearing about?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Where is this audience chamber?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I'll give it a shot.
Which way is the audience chamber? Is this an audience chamber?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I'm going to talk to people first.
I have something to ask.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining? It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about.
Yeah, you all should not trust them. They'll turn on you all eventually. Mark my words.
You've been reading too many picture books.
Lord Gortash himself is the one pulling their strings. We're all better off for it.
Yes, Lord Gortash.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Again, where is this audience chamber I'm supposed to find? Oh, here's the audience hall.
Them from one hell only to trap them in another.
Well, let's go talk to our enemy, I suppose.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Oh. Is that guy just doing a dab? Or everybody's yawning. Wait, I don't want to walk down the red carpet.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravenguard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
We might need Gortash alive to save the city, Karlak. Let's wait to strike until we've had the chance to question him. DC 18. I've got plus 11. And a D6. That should be enough. Oh, and we get a natural 20.
You're asking a lot. But I can wait. For a while, at least. Let's get Baldur's Gate safe. Then rip his throat out.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry.
Yes.
The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
Well, I have quite the bargaining chip, don't I? Why is the crown failing?
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
You know, I'm not really interested in bargaining with the likes of you.
The likes of you stand to benefit from the likes of me. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Yes, I've noticed that. Perhaps she and I can be allies against you. Wait, what are you getting at? I know what you're getting at, but I'm stalling you in this conversation.
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
And you want me to believe you mean no harm to the city?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
I'll do an insight check to examine Gortash's body language and expressions to see if I can trust him. With guidance and a bolstering magic boon. I probably can trust him. And we get a 32 on a DC 15 check.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
I'll think about it, Gortash, but I make no promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp? A little redundant of me to say, but that could be anyone.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
How am I supposed to find Orin if she can change her form so easily? Wait, you, Orin Ketherick, the Brain. What was your plan?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketherick Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God.
So it's all just about tyranny? You're not trying to get anything? And so begins your tyranny. So it's all about just being a tyrannical dictator. It seems like you would have aimed a little bit higher. You could have done all of that without, you know, a murderous elder brain.
Our tyranny. And we are saviors. Defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault.
Next? What do you mean, what comes next? That's the part I'm waiting for. What comes next? What's the end game? What's the point of it all? Where in the Nine Hells did you find a powerful artifact like the crown?
Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
Alright, well, I've heard enough. Am I free to go?
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Alright, fine. Let's get this over with.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect.
Will I, though?
Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
I will say nothing.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
The Coronation of the Dread Master. Well, Karlach has a few things to say about this. I imagine she's not pleased.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
Well, he seemed like an absolute fraud in a very nice coat.
Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is?
Well, when people are scared, they'll do whatever it takes to feel safe. It's been like that through all of history, I'm afraid.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Well, probably, yeah.
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me... Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now.
Well, it's quite obviously the kid. I mean, it's gotta be either the kid or the cat. One of the two. It's not going to be Astarion, surely.
If Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. We might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess.
Or it could be Withers, I suppose. Withers is a possibility. Or one of the hirelings, maybe.
Soldier?
I think we need to go back to camp. Oh, hello, Lord Randolph Vamus.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
And Lady Winstra Hulholen.
Finally, a leader with some charisma. Ravengard was quite the dullard.
Oh yes, quite the dullard. Where's that Ravengard?
With Gortash at the head, they can't fail.
Ravengard, you would give up the Fist's command?
The Watch and the Fist must unite under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified for the endeavor. Under Gortash, the two will conquer the cult army and preserve our city and our heritage.
Sure they will. A lot of ladies up here.
Archduke Gortash, man of the people. The right people.
Your first act as Archduke.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
An Archduke! Finally someone who can stand up to those wretched absolutists.
The wretched absolutists. I hope nobody notices the absolute brand on my hand. Well, I think we should go back to camp and do some inquisitions, as it were. Starting with this Yenna kid. Actually, I'm gonna start with this cat, Grub.
But please, don't look at me.
Oh, it's definitely the cat.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
You keep saying that. I also notice you have 2 different colored eyes. Did Orin have different colored eyes? How are we supposed to, find this, since there were no dialogue options there, I suppose maybe it's Dame Aelin. She has no story purpose now. Her story's over.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Well, this seems a bit, awkward. Scratch? Oh no, it's not Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
You'd tell me if you were a doppelganger, wouldn't you? You'd tell me if you saw a doppelganger around here, I hope. You'd better. I can kick you out of this camp just as easily as I let you in. Withers, it must be Withers.
Fate spins along as it should.
We're not going to find out until we
require a new ally, or mayhaps a resurrection instead.
We're not going to find out until we take a long rest, are we? And then there'll be a cutscene or something that will reveal the true doppelganger.
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck finding her. You could watch out for anyone acting strangely, but, well, you know the lunatics we camp with.
Is it you? It's you, isn't it? Better not be. I mean, that would be pretty, that would be really interesting if it was one of the party members, one of the companions. But, I mean, it's gotta be this kid. The whole purpose this kid came over here was to infiltrate the camp. Or the cat. I mean, the cat makes more sense than the kid, but... And that would explain why... they can't find their mother. And they aren't contributing anything to camp. Okay. Well, now what?
Pipe today, my lady. Ugh, most grievous error. In that case, fetch me a
commoner made Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I never thought I'd see the day.
Well, finally, there's some opposition to this.
What are they thinking? Giving a fellow like that such power? I give him a year at most.
Yeah, hopefully less than that.
A good leader knows when to step aside. Ravengard did the right thing.
Sure.
I am at my lady's service, and hers alone.
And who is that?
The city is only as strong as its walls. Gortash understands this.
There's quite a lot of people here to talk to, but none of them are saying anything.
The Absolute's blight will be a hard one to cure. Gortash is the Archduke for the job.
Or I should say, they're all saying the exact same thing.
Quick about it.
Under Gortash, we're safe. More to the point, my fortunes are safe.
A young pink clary would more suit the occasion. Bring it at once.
Ravengard freed from the Hells. Archduke Gortash secures our borders. Baldur's Gate's future is bright indeed.
Well, that's a colorful dress.
Away, if you please. I am here at the service of Lady Birch.
Fine.
Ravengard, you would give up the Fist's command?
The Watch and
Can I talk to
must
Ravengard?
unite under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified. Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn?
By the gods, what have they made of the city's great hero? Duke Ulder Ravengard. We've heard so many stories about him. As a bard, I've told so many stories about the great Duke Ravengard, this great city's hero. Your son would be turning over in his grave. Well, he's not dead. He's burning in hell right now, actually. Sorry about that. I didn't really mean for that to happen, but you see, I pushed the wrong button and it incinerated him immediately. But if he were here, he would be most displeased with what has become of you, Duke Ulder Ravengard.
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
Okay, sure, whatever. I see there's no reasoning with anyone here. All have the same sorts of things to say. Oh, this guy just sat down in the floor for some reason.
Absolute's army won't stand a chance. Gortash will crush them like roaches under his boot.
Alright, I've heard enough random voice acting. Let's get out of here. Seems there's nothing else to do here, and now we're back downstairs. Now we can return to the city. Which way is the city? I don't remember. I think it's the way with the red-haired woman. Oh, wait.
Does it really matter?
I think. I'm not quite sure. I think I may have chosen incorrectly. No, there it is. The lower city. We're going back to the lower city. Well, what do we do now? I genuinely don't remember what we're doing. So we need to... So everybody's trying to ally with us, now that we have one of the nether stones. The Emperor is trying to ally with us. The Raphael the Devil is trying to ally with us. Gortash is trying to ally with us.
Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock.
None of these people seem to be unambiguously the right choice. They all seem to be rather, messily, neutral.
I want to have a word.
Editors there could...
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
That's a cheap price for allowing someone to beat you up. And it's a strange way to earn your keep. Do many take you up on this?
Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not?
Of course I'm not going to hit you. That's weird.
Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Normal citizens strung up to die by the city. A real people broadsheet would care.
Okay, let's review the journal, because I've sort of lost sight on what is going on. Consider Gortash's bargain. Gortash proposed a pact of allegiance with us. If we kill Orin and take her netherstone, he will let us rule the city alongside him, with the Elder Brain at our command. We also need to disable the Steel Watch, and we have a possibility of maybe fixing Karlach's engine if we find the Steel Watch Foundry, which is near the Lower City docks, which is far to the west of where we are currently standing. Wow, the Lower City looks enormous. How many more hundreds of hours are left in this game? Sheesh. I can't remember. I mean, I remember playing all of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and I don't think it took as long as taking me to get through Baldur's Gate 3. And I recorded all of that too, and it was a lot of talking to NPCs. Like, I mean, I say I recorded it, but then I had a hard drive crash and I lost like 99% of everything I recorded, but I still have MP3s of it for all the good that does. But yeah, it did not take as long as it's taking me to get through Baldur's Gate 3. Anyway, we kind of wish that we could disrupt the Baldur's Mouth and stop them from printing something that's going to make everybody in the city hate us, but we can't do that without just charging in and with guns blazing. We finally found Duke Ravengard standing by Gortash's side as he crowned Gortash the new Archduke. He disappeared after the ceremony. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't want to confront Gortash in that room with 1 million people where we would probably get killed. We do still need to talk to Gauntlet Devella in the Elf Song Tavern. What's my time? I guess I'll wander around for a bit before I do that. Not like there's any shortage. Oh, there's a manhole here. Well, we're gonna go down into the sewers. Of course there's a Lower City sewers. There's always sewers in a city. I should have known. I'm a little surprised that we can't open the door. It seems like there should be a door there.
What's that?
There's the secret door. I knew there'd be one here somewhere.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Karlach, would you mind using the clown hammer to destroy
Making me sweat.
that wall?
Well, look what we have here.
And again. It's a secret passageway.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
What could be here? It definitely looks like some sort of undercity of some sort. I don't see any monsters though, although I'm quite surprised by that. I see a lot of poison gas over here, noxious fumes. Don't want anything to do with that. Stairs going upward. Wait, can we find the basement of the printing press?
Another step forward.
I think it's generally in this direction. Speak to Loroakan. What? Is he down here too? And speak with the bookseller at the Sorcerer's Sundries? What? What is up with this room? It looks very... That door's locked, but that door's open. That looks quite dangerous. Maybe we should be sneaking our way through here.
Path lies before me.
This looks like somebody's basement.
Don't mind if I do.
No entry, no exit, it says. Where does it go to? I can't tell. I can't tell where it goes. I hear people talking. Somebody said something about, let's talk price, I think they said. I think we should take a break here. Leave this on a cliffhanger, and then we'll see what's behind this door next time.